Ready to go, the Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix. It's day 2, round 8 in the championship. And a good start is paramount here. Watch the pole sitter to your left, Joseph Newgarden in that black and white Hitachi Chevy. And that very recognizable yellow and black machine of Colton Herter. Let's go. Good start, Renus VK. He's up the inside. No, he's not. Colton Herter won't let him.
Look at Rossi, 3 wide. Rossi into Rosenquist, into Dixon.
What a
and
save.
Miraculously, Dixon hangs on.
Oh, boy. That was going one way, then the other, and the 6-time champ saved it.
Huge move for Rossi, huge save for Dixon. Now Pagano 4 wide into turn 3.
Look at Grosjean in that purple Nurtec Honda. Grosjean side by side with Connor Daly in that bright yellow Menard Chevy. They all get through. No, they do not.
Oh,
Max Chilton.
I think Sebastian Bourdais must have been caught between gears or something, had to check up, and then Max Chilton does a full-on wheelie off the back of somebody, loses the front wing. It's now trapped under the bottom of the car, making Chilton kind of a passenger. He really can't steer the car. If he can reverse the car, that wing might fall off, but I think it's stalled. Full course caution is out. That was a wild start.
Everybody going everywhere. See, we promised you that it'd be frantic. Let's have one more view of it. It was only a minute ago or so.
Watch Rossi here, further back the 27, the pink and white Auto Nation goes 3 wide. Grosjean in the purple car, Dixon in the orange and blue car. Grosjean's got nowhere to go, gets squeezed. That turns Dixon, and Dixon just bounces off Rossi, gets straightened up. Get another great view here from the helicopter. There's Rossi.
Watch the white and blue car on the inside. Graham Rahal goes 1, 2 positions. Thank you.
Watch this, on board with Scott Dixon.
That was the view for Alexander Rossi with the Auto Nation on board. There's Dixon to the left, Grosjean ahead. A couple of little straightening taps.
Rossi might come out okay because I think it was the right front of Dixon. This is what happened down here. Look at Bourdais, bounces over the curb, trying to find a gear, trying to find drive here. That's Hinchcliffe stacking up, and then Chilton, who thought he was going to have a run, just caught off guard as everybody backed up right here. And Chilton hard off the back of Hinch's car. Hopefully Hinch's car is okay. He might have just rode up on the right rear tire. AMR safety team trying to refire. Marty.
Green flies. Rossi will be looking at Palou, but I don't think he's close enough.
Doesn't look like it, but Rossi will try to set up like every other driver as Pato Award sends it into turn 1 on Simon Pagano.
He's made up 6 positions from his starting spot. Yesterday's pole sitter, second in the championship. Award's on the move. Rahal defending from Ed Jones.
Rahal moves over to take away the advantage up the inside, further back. Look at Jimmy Johnson going on Dalton Kellett. How about that? Now he's going to give up a position potentially to Renus VK. Johnson looking up the inside. This is the first time that we've really seen Jimmy Johnson racing.
In traffic, he's in 17th in the Carvana Honda. Let's take a ride.
Saw Grosjean get out-muscled there. Further back, I think that was by Sato, and now here comes VK with the run. What does VK do? Thinking about it. No, backs off.
There's a move back there. That's Grosjean.
Grosjean defending again on, I think that was Bourdais.
And one of the reasons a lot of those up front are thinking about trying to do a full stint on the softer reds, what Santino Ferrucci did yesterday. He lasted until that red flag on the alternates. Now this is a brand new car. He crashed at the end of qualifying. This is Takuma Sato's backup, so it's a hybrid in the livery. They did get the High V logo on there. Chester Cheetah, unfortunately, not timed for that. They turned around that car. They had to install an engine, get it set up in just 2.5 hours. Ricardo Nelta, team manager, said, hey, just kind of use this as a shakedown the first few laps. Pretty impressive. Santino Ferrucci has moved forward in a brand new car at the start of this race.
He went from 21st to 6th yesterday, Kevin. This is an impressive run. But this is earlier today, folks, in the 9 o'clock qualifying session. Check this out and watch the impact. Boom! Nasty stuff for Santino Ferrucci and the High V Honda. And the Rahal Letterman Lanigan team did an unbelievable job. They've got 3 cars. It was all hands on deck.
It was a miracle, really, to get a full backup car prepared. And it's not just Sato's backup car. that car is in speedway configuration. So Ferrucci told me that they won't have the differential that they want, the geometry is suboptimal, the weight distribution, they didn't have time to move the ballast. So the fact that, like Kevin pointed out, Ferrucci is in the top 10 and holding strong is pretty amazing. 13 laps complete, this is lap 14, so Rossi's got to hang on for about 3 or 4 more. But like I said, if they go with the wing change, it's going to be a really tough rest of the day.
See how there's clear track up ahead. Here's Dixon in the PNC Bank Honda, turn 3. Rossi can't do anything about it. Here comes Ferrucci.
How about that? Ferrucci recovering in fine fashion from that crash this morning. Hinchcliffe defending now to the inside.
Then Ed Jones in that yellow, black Sealmaster car. There's Pato Award, then Pagano, Ryan Hunter-Ray, Will Power, Scott McLaughlin in the PPG Chevy, then James Hinchcliffe, and then Rinus VK. Ray Hall looking for an inside run as he defends from Grosjean.
That is Takuma Sato trying to go side by side with VK, but now Grosjean has a run on Sato. So this is where the red tires start to fall apart and opportunity presents itself as Simon Pagano goes inside Ed Jones.
Look out.
There's Sato banging his way through, elbows out on Grosjean.
He was remarkable yesterday, Takuma Sato. I misspoke, apologies. I robbed Graham Rahal of many positions. Graham's running well up in 4th. The MyJack Honda of Taku, let's take a ride. You're looking at Grosjean behind. As they stretch their legs down the front stretch, about 170 miles an hour, Ryan Hunter-Ray in that DHL Pride machine is trying to work on Ed Jones. And there is Will Power, the man who dominated the race yesterday, led more than half of the race and had that ECU unit overheat. And look at this. Ferrucci checks another one off the list, and Ward is lining up for a shot at Alexander Rossi too.
Is it too early to give Ferrucci driver of the day? I mean, we're not even at the first round of pit stops, but such a remarkable rebound. In just a few hours, both team and driver, and the action continues to stack up further back as Ed Jones is hanging on. This happened yesterday, Marty.
And you look at this pack with Sato, Grosjean, and VK coming up through, Townsend. These are those primary tires trying to get those alternate tires. So how aggressive do you be behind the wheel? How aggressive are you behind the wheel, I should say, Townsend, when you know, hey, I'm quicker. Oh, no, a problem for yesterday's winner, Lee.
Yeah, tangling there with Rinus VK and went one way, went the other, hit the wall. Is there any damage to the Husky Chocolate Honda for Ericsson?
I think the answer to Marty's question is very aggressive.
Let's have a look at what went down between VK, who chased Ericsson home yesterday evening.
VK on the outside moves back over too early, though. Ericsson's got nowhere to go. It's between VK and the concrete wall, and we understand that is under review, as it should be. That might be a drive-through for Rinus VK. This is really getting aggressive, looking like Supercross here as James Hinchcliffe and Sato duking it out. Now Grosjean has a run on Hinch.
That was really good driving by Takuma Sato and James Hinchcliffe. Respectful driving. They gave each other space. Grosjean looking at Hinch. He's on the wrong side up into turn 7.
Lap 17, so we're just starting to get in the window where the red-tired cars that are struggling can dive to pit lane. All of these cats, though, on the blacks are going to stay out probably the lap, probably 25, 26.
Let's not lose sight of the advantage that Joseph Newgarden has. Almost 12.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Pit lane delta here is what, 25?
26 seconds with a full stop of about 7 to 8 seconds of fuel and tires, but things working perfectly for the Hitachi Chevrolet right now in terms of strategy.
Pato Award also in and out, very much in the mix.
Rinus VK, Scott McLaughlin, look out! Whoa! They almost ended up in the wall. That was wild. That was pretty severe defending from Scott McLaughlin.
VK absolutely fearless at putting his car right on the ragged edge. He's going to try to go inside here. That is bold in the fountain turn, and he makes it work. Wow. Big old slide at the exit.
Tire okay.
Here's the race leader in for the final time, Marty Snyder.
Yeah, final stop of the day for Joseph Newgarden, who has led all 46 laps now to this point. Can he hold on to the lead? These tires won him the pole earlier today. Just 3 laps on them. They take the primaries off. Newgarden is going to have an amazing final stint if he wants to hold on to the lead. A quick stop by the 2 bunch. Let's watch the blend.
So out goes
Where
Romain
is
Grosjean.
Colton Herta? There goes Newgarden.
There
There goes Grosjean. There's Colton Herta in the black and yellow Gainbridge car. Newgarden is on cold tires, but they are reds and they are scuffed, so he should be able to get up to speed pretty quickly. But then the work will be cut out for Newgarden. What kind of pace can he pull off with used tires and 23 laps to go to the finish? It's going to be close.
This is advantage Colton Herta for as long and as fast as the primary Firestone tires go, but who knows? Who would have predicted what went down yesterday?
Yeah, watching this battle, that Santino Ferrucci in the red and blue car there. Ryan Hunter-Reay still on the lead lap. Let's see what happened between Santino Ferrucci and Simon Pagenaud down in turn 3. This is called the over-under. Ferrucci goes under. Now Simon crosses over, and oh boy, Ferrucci, you might be visiting pit lane for a drive-through. That looks like a move in reaction to. And then Pagenaud pushes back over. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty easy call for race control.
So they're getting racy in this closing stanza of the race. Check out Scott McLaughlin, Rinus VeeKay. Oh, I thought they touched, but it wasn't. It was the dust and debris on the side of the track.
Did McLaughlin react? I don't know. It's tough to tell. That back straightaway is not straight really at any point. So you could argue that McLaughlin was just on the normal racing line. I'm sure the 21 team would see it a little bit differently. We'll have to see if that's under review, and indeed it is. Race control announcing 3 and 21, but then just declared to us no action taken. What about with Ferrucci and Pagenaud? Still waiting to hear about that.
Just 3 seconds separates race leader Joseph Newgarden, who has led all 47 laps, and Colton Herta. So it's Team Penske, Andretti Autosport, Team Penske, and then Chip Ganassi's championship leader in Alex Palou, followed by Rahal Letterman Lanigan's Graham Rahal. That's your top 5.
The chase is on, and this is the scenario we've talked about for the last 50 laps. Newgarden opting to finish on those used reds. Will they hang on? Marty, it's looking like the answer is not very well, because Newgarden has 19 laps to try to survive. He's got a hard-charging young American in Colton Herta on the harder black tire, and Colton is closing fast.
Boy, the Sharks in the form of Colton Herta are circling. Let's talk to his dad, Brian Herta. So how about the patience your young son and driver has shown today to know that this could be a possibility, Brian?
Well, you know, he's doing a great job. There's a lot of different tire strategies out there. Us and Newgarden, he's on the reds now. We had him early. So we think we've got a tire edge. It's complete reverse of what we had at St. Pete. We're racing the same guy, so hopefully it ends the same way for us.
So in your mind, is it a question of not if, but when?
No, you can't take it for granted, especially with a competitor like Joseph. I mean, he's not going to make it easy. We're going to have to work hard, but Colton's done a great job all race, and hopefully he can close it out for us.
He's done a terrific job. Dad watching on, hoping that Colton can make the pass for the lead, but he's right, Townsend. It's not going to be easy. Joseph Newgarden's a 2-time champ. He knows what he's doing.
And right now, Colton Herta is right in the draft as we take a look at a little Firestone telemetry here for Colton Herta. All the way down to 60 miles an hour as they wind and weave their way, and right now Colton can probably read extract on the gearbox for Joseph Newgarden. He's that close, and in terms of push to pass, he's in pretty good shape. Newgarden with 116 seconds, Colton Herta with 104.
Remember Brian Herta, his dad, Colton's dad, said, well, this is St. Pete, but in reverse. The second round of this year's championship was in Florida on the streets of St. Petersburg. It was Colton Herta leading and Joseph Newgarden giving chase. I said, were you just being conservative, Joseph, or you couldn't get any opportunity? He said, I would have pounced if this young guy gave me an opportunity. He did not.
He does not have to try to go for it too soon here. He knows that with every corner of every lap, Newgarden's car will continue to deteriorate in terms of grip. So Colton Herta is looking for a very high percentage move. He doesn't need to take a huge risk, Marty.
Hey guys, remember middle of the race, Tim Cindric told Joseph Newgarden, hey, save your overtake, your push to pass with that extra horsepower. You're going to need it to play defense. Well, Townsend, this is what he was talking about. Joseph Newgarden, all about the defense right now. Can he hang on to the lead? He's led all 52 laps. The win is in the balance.
That was great advice from Tim Cindric. As you can see, Newgarden, 114 seconds left. Nobody has used less push to pass than Newgarden. He's saving it for when it counts, and he hasn't even had to use it yet, Diff. He knows that as long as he can get an exit onto the straightaway, he can hold off Colton, but it's going to be really tough. You can see Newgarden really starting to slide around there, almost got into the wall at the exit. Plus, Newgarden has lap traffic ahead, and that's Jimmy Johnson, who just lost it in turn 1.
Jimmy, let's go to red, Prix.
Has he kept it going? Is he able to keep going? Is this going to cause a caution?
Should have spun, guys. Stalled it.
He stalled it. Spun and stalled it. Jimmy
You
was
okay?
So now,
Yes, no contact.
not good news for Colton Herta. He had a 10-second advantage on Alex Palou, Graham Rahal, Will Power, Scott Dixon, Pato Award. All of the hard chargers are going to stack up to Colton Herta on the same tire strategy as Jimmy just carries the oversteer there in turn 1. Skids to a stop.
All right, are you ready? That may not be the last yellow we get. This is going to be frantic. Coming around the top end of the circuit through turns 12 and 13, ready to gas it up and see green with 12 laps to go. Here we go.
A lot of moves potentially on right here. Pato Award looks inside Scott Dixon into turn 1.
Great move from the 22-year-old Mexican for Arrow McLaren SP, and Power's on the move. Watch that black and red Verizon Chevy. Looking at there behind the orange and blue machine of Scott Dixon. Power pitted last, and he is racy, looking for a move.
Dixon defending there on Power. Erickson in the mix along with Pagano. Hunter Ray pushing Ferrucci wide.
Ferrucci lights it up out of turn 3, trying to get going. But action at the front. Big bold move from Pato Award. Takuma Sato and Ryan Hunter-Ray going side by side.
All these drivers know this is my last opportunity potentially to make something big happen, and they're all going for it in the back. Meanwhile, up front, Newgarden stretching things out over Colton Herta, but Alex Palou had a bit of a run there on Colton Herta, so we'll have to see if Palou can hang tight. If he can get over to the turn 3 straightaway, he might have a shot.
This is music to Joseph Newgarden's ears. Palou in the American Legion Honda right there for Chip Ganassi Racing. The 24-year-old Spaniard is the championship leader in just his second year. Romain Grosjean has spun.
Left front brake is on fire. This is one of the problems. There is so much temperature
Brakes
that
on
if
fire.
you stop in anger immediately, the temperature is so hot. And there you see the left front lighting up. Hopefully the safety workers can get an extinguisher. Grosjean is looking for one. Now both brakes are on fire, right front and left front. And he's saying, hey, where's the extinguisher? They're going to hand it to him. He's got a fire suit on, and this man is no stranger to flames. He's going to go into the fire himself to save his car.
Remember the story. Romain Grosjean almost lost his life in his final Formula One Grand Prix last year in Bahrain. The AMR safety team are there. They're saying, hey, Romain, we've got this.
Look at him.
We've got it.
Back off. We'll save your car.
We've got it. We've got it. They're saying it's okay. That's what our job is. Here we go. Back to green in Detroit. Look out, look out. Here comes Pato Award.
Same move he made on Scott Dixon. Pato Award wasting no time to get after the front of the field.
Wow, Will Power was sideways, sprint car style. And a great catch.
Look at Palou defending on Award. Award goes to the outside. It's hard to make this work, but he's going to try.
This is a top 2 in the championship. And then Takuma Sato runs wide. Simon Pagano gets through.
Pato Award passing 2 cars in 2 corners. Award now in 3rd and all over the back of Colton Herta.
It's shades of yesterday when Rinus VK and Pato Award.
Here he comes again.
Fighting over second place.
Watch this.
Award's got 82 seconds of push to pass left. He's going to get Colton Herta. No, he won't. Meanwhile, this has been a fabulous distraction, and Newgarden has been able to skip away to a 1.5 second advantage.
Oh, such a blessing for Joseph Newgarden. Those long yellows and the advantage on the restart that Colton Herta talked about. Now Herta only has 7 laps to gather him back up, but like you said, Diff, he's got to deal with Award now. Look at Award all over the back of Colton Herta.
Let's ride with the Ninja.
Oh, Herta gets wide and sideways. This is where Award likes to make his moves.
Not quite close enough there. 21-year-old Colton Herta, 22-year-old Pato Award. The future of IndyCar right here.
Watching Firestone telemetry. Watch the speed climb as Award is on the extra boost to push to pass. 170 miles an hour down the front straightaway, all the way down to 61, 58 in fact in turn 3. Kevin.
I was talking with Pato O'Ward earlier this weekend about the championship, and by the way, he's second in the championship right now, and he said, you know, I've been really studying the 6-time champ Scott Dixon and learning what he does, and it's the consistency, it's taking what's available. I want to manage the championship. I'm very much thinking about that. Then after he won pole yesterday, yeah, race wins, I'm going to go after it, but I'm still going to be smart. He's got to run on Herta right here.
Nice work, Pato O'Ward. The Arrow McLaren SP Chevrolet up to second.
That is huge. I think this gives Pato O'Ward a great chance to go win this race now, because Newgarden's pace will struggle over the final 5 laps, and O'Ward is dialed in
forward,
and
baby.
ready
you got
to go.
Newgarden on used reds. Let's be smart. There'll be 5 to go at the line.
There you hear Taylor Kyle from the stand diff saying go for it.
He had a little error in qualifying, damaged the car, and it prevented him from starting as high up as he would like, but he has been a machine today. The Arrow on board into turn 1. He won his first career race at Texas earlier this year, and boy, weren't they joyous scenes. This guy is packed full of energy, packed full of personality, and he can drive an Indy car.
Temperature rising on track, temperature rising on those used Firestone Reds for Joseph Newgarden. This is where it really gets tough. Now the tires are hot, and those used Reds are really going to start sliding around. Marty, what's going on?
Tim Cindric just told Joseph Newgarden, use the button up, meaning use all that push to pass that you can. He still has 98 seconds left. He said, I need the tires to come in a little bit more before I start using it too much.
But Newgarden is not on the button. 98 seconds still. Why is Newgarden not using push to pass?
Next time by, only 4 laps to go. Into the fountain section.
There's an incentive for Pato O'Ward to make the move early, because Colton Herta will have a chance now to catch O'Ward and respond and retaliate. So I think O'Ward needs to get it done right now on the run to turn 1.
Turn 1 or turn 3, the best possibilities for Pato O'Ward.
He's not close enough.
Newgarden still not using push to pass. 4 to go.
Watch O'Ward try to turn in late, square up the exit here, don't get into the wall.
Now Newgarden used 12 seconds. Trying to keep this 22-year-old at bay.
And that Hitachi Chevrolet is a rocket ship down the straightaways. O'Ward's going to have to get clever here. Might have to get his elbows out if he sees a chance. Oh, this is good stuff right here.
Last year, he was so frustrated when he came so close to winning his first race at Road America. That's where the series will be next week. And he was defeated by Felix Rosenquist. He had to wait until Texas this year. But now, not only is he a race winner, he's a championship contender. Points as they run. O'Ward is just 7 out of the championship lead. But re-enter Colton Herta.
Here he is. This gave Colton a chance to come back and put the pressure on. Now what does O'Ward do? How desperate does he get to make his move now, or else fall into the clutches of the 26 car?
Turn 13. Turn 14, and just 3 laps to go from here.
And you can see the graininess on
3 to go.
Newgarden's tires start to appear every corner. He starts to slide around and skate and struggle with the exit.
Let's not lose sight of the fact that Joseph Newgarden of Team Penske
Here
has led every
Here
lap
comes
so
Pato
far.
O'Ward. He's got to run. Where does he go? No.
Oh! Herta locks it up and blows it. And regroups. Nice save.
That'll take Herta out of the mix for the next couple of laps, because he'll have dirty debris on his tires. So Colton Herta's going to have to get him cleaned up. Palou might have a chance to make a move on Colton Herta. Oh, this is the move right here. Huge slide from Newgarden. Here comes O'Ward.
Stomped on the
Oh,
gas.
they touch. They touch.
Little smoke there
Oh,
at 175 miles an hour.
Wow.
Pato O'Ward leads this race for the first time. There's a new leader.
Further back, Alex Palou just passed Colton Herta. So now Palou's on the charge. Newgarden's going to have to defend on the 10 car. What a move. What a series of moves from Pato O'Ward from that last restart.
Plus 1 to Newgarden. Newgarden is struggling.
passes.
He's hit the cliff.
And look at
Focus
this.
forward.
Graham
You're all
Rahal's got a
good
shot
here.
at Colton Herta now. 2 Honda teams.
That was Taylor Kyle on the radio telling Pato Award, Newgarden has hit the cliff. That's the huge fall off in performance in the Reds that we've been expecting.
And Newgarden has been chomping through that available time left on his push to pass. Can he hang on? Can he survive? 2 laps to go. Pato Award is 15 places better than where he started. That's being patient. That's being smart. Exactly what his team boss asked him.
He is a championship mindset driver today, all weekend, frankly, and demonstrating why he's one of the most exciting talents on the scene right now. Palou now all over Newgarden. A move almost certainly coming on the back straightaway. Look at Newgarden's side pod damage from that side-to-side contact. Here comes Palou.
The American Legion Honda for Chip Ganassi Racing. This is going to be big in terms of the championship points because Palou took the lead for a moment. Newgarden's hanging tough. Brakes are glowing on Palou. And they're coming to get the white flag to 1 to go.
That was huge that Newgarden was able to hold off Palou. Now Colton Herta has his tires cleaned up and is back on the scene. Colton Herta will not be happy if he's not on the podium after the day he's had today.
Look at O'Ward. He has disappeared. He's nearly 5 seconds out in front.
Meanwhile, Graham Rahal, Will Powers, Scott Dixon all in the fray behind Herta. This is going to be a wild final lap for the podium spot.
If they finish as they are now, which they may not, Herta thought about it on Palou. Pato Award will go to Road America next week with a 1-point championship lead. How about that?
Look at the gap that Award's put on this field. This is not over further back for podium positions, however. They file through turn 3. Newgarden holding them off through 4. He'll get to 5, and then that tricky turn 6 where he got sideways earlier is about to come. This is the most important exit on the track for Newgarden.
Half a lap to go here at Belle Isle in Detroit on what has been a fabulous weekend of racing. Yeah, it's probably the first half, first 2/3 of this race, a little more straightforward than yesterday, but look at this closing lap.
Brilliant job from Newgarden. He didn't get the car sideways. He rolled the power on. It might be just enough to hold on to second. Palou will get one more chance here as they come through 11. There's a short straightaway here. No, not going to happen. Newgarden hangs on. Absolutely terrific driving under difficult circumstances for the driver of the 2.
That's for the minor placings. This is for the win.
Nice job. Hell of a drive.
Is a
P1,
two-time
baby.
winner and a championship leader. And the race is on for the final step of the podium. Newgarden and Palou fill those steps. But today at the Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix, it's a Chevy that wins.
This is for you, buddy.
That's for his teammate, I bet. That's for Felix Rosenquist.
Pato, tell me how you were able to make it work with Joseph Newgarden, and were you sensing that there was an opportunity there, knowing he was on those red tires?
Man, I've had such a great car all weekend. Today it was my fault that we made it a little extra hard on ourselves starting from the back. But I knew I had a great car under me. I need to thank Aero Electronics, Views, Auto McLaren SP, Mission, Team Chevy, man. I mean, this is a Team Chevy territory. I'm so excited, so pumped to get them this. And I texted Felix this morning. The important thing is that he's okay, but I told him, I'm going to win it for you. So this is for him and for Mansour. May he rest in peace.
I want to ask you about Felix because you came on the radio right after the checkered flag, said this is for you. How much was he inspiring you today to get one done for him?
I told him I was going to get it done. So I like to be a man of my word, so I got it done.
Hey, guess what? You're the championship leader. Can you believe that?
Yes, I can.
Watch the Rev Group Grand Prix, Sunday, June 20th at noon on NBCSN.